Okay. All right. Hey, Banjo Man.
Yes.
Banjo tape.
Pet the meerkats. They deserve pets.
Okay. Any questions on
Yes. 9.
number 9 with the fisherman?
Yeah. I got
Okay.
I got it.
All right. So here's yonder fisherman in yonder boat. Okay.
Yonder diver
And then you've got yonder diver down below. Okay. All right.
in the underwater.
In yonder water. Now, here's where you have to visualize who is seeing what in terms of the angle. So on number 9, here's what you've got. I'm in the wrong chapter.
That would be a problem.
Going, that doesn't make any sense.
That's not how that.
Okay. So here's your setup. So you're told that the undersea diver sees the sun 50 degrees above the horizon. So what you have to visualize here is what he's actually seeing is that from his perspective, this thing is 50, so here's the sun. But so that light, you have to look at it from the source. So that sun is obviously emitting light. It's coming in and it's hitting here and then it's bending down. So from his perspective, when he's looking at it, it looks like it's 50 degrees above. So when you do that, then this is 50 degrees here, right? So, but if you're going to do the sine law, do you need this 50 degree angle or do you need the angle with the normal? Normal, right? So this is the one that you actually need. So you need that 40 degree angle that's sitting right in here, okay? So from his perspective, it looks like it's at a 50 degree, which means this is 40 degrees, okay? So what you're trying to find is how high is the sun above the horizon to the fisherman in the boat above? So here is the old man in the sea, right? Okay. And what you're trying to figure out is what's happening here. So what you're trying to find is this angle. Hold on, let me make this go away. Okay. So what you're trying to find is this angle right there, because these lines then are going to be coming parallel into this boat. So what you're searching for is this. So you're going to go, and he's underwater, so you've got the index of refraction of water, which is what, 1.33. So you can go N1 sine theta of 1 is going to equal into sine theta of 2. So it doesn't make any difference really which one you call N1. But here's the most important thing, is that you have to work off this 40 degree angle right there. Now, just looking at it, if this is 40 degrees here, right, and that's 50, what are you going to know about this angle up there?
It's gonna be
Bigger or smaller than 50 degrees? It's going to be smaller,
okay.
okay?
Because I just did the thing and it gave me 58.
No,
You gotta subtract it from 90.
Oh,
because you've got,
subtract like the value you get from the sine thing from 90.
yeah, because again, they're not,
Yeah.
they're asking for,
That angle.
Okay.
they're asking
Yeah.
for the angle above the horizon that the fisherman's going to see it, not the angle with the normal.
That makes more sense.
I got confused.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay. Anything else?
Question number 7.
Question 7?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So is that with like the painter?
Yep.
Okay. So,
I back out the originally too. I actually had Andrew explain it to me when I resolved it.
okay. So it's kind of like
No.
visualize this. Okay. So if you use that, okay, if you're using that as like the mirror, right? Okay, so if I'm looking at the mirror here, so if you look at what that image has, okay? So it would be like me looking at this, I'm straight in front of the mirror, but I see my image over here. Could that happen? If I'm standing straight in front of the mirror, like this,
No.
could I see my image over there?
No.
No. I could only see my image right in front of me,
Okay.
okay? So when you look at what they've painted, she's standing there in front of that mirror, okay, facing it, but yet her image is off to the side. So it can't happen.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Now, let's talk about problem number 6, okay, because I like that question. And you're likely to see a problem like this on your test. So I'm just taking. So the whole key to
You had to solve geometry.
this is that this is like, what's the total length on that deal? 10 centimeters?
The total length of the mirror is 15 centimeters, but only 10 centimeters of it matter. Well, for the calculation.
Yeah.
We ended up getting this right.
Okay, so the whole key to this is that you're trying to figure out on this one, how far below the top edge does the ray strike the mirror? So you're trying to find this distance right here, but you're already starting 5 centimeters below. So what I would look at is, because of the fact that you're looking at your adjacents and your sides opposite, I'd look at tangent. So you know that your tangent of your angle of incidence has to equal your tangent of your reflection, okay? That's the whole idea, is that these two angles have to be the same. So that's going to be your opposite, okay? So if you want to let this be x1, and then you can let this be x2, okay? So that's going to be x1 over 10 centimeters, and that's going to equal x2 over 15 centimeters. Now, here's the problem, is that you have x1 and you have x2, okay? And you have two unknowns with one equation. But here's how you can solve it. What do x1 and x2 have to add up to? So
10.
these two values, x1 and x2, what's the total length that they have to add up to? 10, right? Because that's going to be that length, because you're 5 centimeters down and the total length is 15. So here's how you can get your other variable, or your other equation. So x1 plus x2 has to add up to 10 centimeters. So what you can do then, it really doesn't make any difference, because now you have two equations with two variables. So then you can sit here and go, okay, I can solve this for x2, which would be x1 minus 10. So it's like if A equals B, and B equals C, and C equals D, guess what? A has to equal D. So then you've got like x1 over 10 is going to equal x1 minus 10 over 15. And then you can then it turns into an algebra problem. So anyway, so if all goes well, your answer to number 6 should be a little bit less than 10 centimeters.
Like decimal less than?
No,
Thank goodness.
no, not a decimal less, like a
It
whole.
is an integer value.
It is an integer value. It is that. Okay?
So I think we're good.
Yeah.
We did that
below
differently,
Okay.
so maybe not the right.
All right, anything
I
else?
did geometry.
Are we good?
Which was faster.
Going once, going twice?
Yeah.
So, need to stop the camera for a second, please.
What did you get, Ryan?
Here.
We have 9.